Hi. So, I wanted to review another movie. Just to get a bit more fantasy, science fiction, and horror into my channel. So, this is the movie 11-11-11, and it is the DVD version. I actually got a little bit annoyed when I bought this because I usually prefer Blu-rays, but it is so much more difficult for me to get Zone 1 Blu-rays to work here because this is Zone 2 land, and yeah, so, but DVDs, I have several players that can play American DVDs, so that's okay. And it's often quite difficult to judge which movies will get a release over here. So literally the day after I'd ordered this on DVD, I got it on Blu-ray. And I'm not gonna double dip on this one because it's just not good enough for that. So what's this movie about? Well, it is a supernatural thriller. It is about a man named Joseph who has lost his wife and child in a fire. So he is a famous author, but he hasn't been able to write anything since the tragedy happened, and all he really does is write in his diary and go to a support group. So one day he gets a telephone from his brother who says that his father is dying, so he has to go to is it Spain or Italy they go to? I'm actually not 100% sure. I think it is Spain they go to, yeah. To meet his father one last time. But when he gets there, he starts to see this number 11-11-11 constantly, and he also sees strange creatures in the darkness. So, yeah. The beginning of this movie is extremely boring. And the makeup and all of that is very subpar. It really isn't something that is very eye-grabbing. So the movie moves very slowly. It uses quite a few of those things pop out of you to try to spook you moment, and none of them really work. So yeah, in the beginning of the movie is just your standard subpar horror movie. There are monsters in the shadow. It is the spooky number that pops up everywhere. You have the typical hero who once were a devout Catholic, but now has lost his faith because of a tragedy, and he has a religious brother who tries to bring him back to the faith, and yada yada yada. You've seen this a million times before, and there's a lot of movies that have done it better. Now, generally, I'm not one of those people that have a problem with a movie touching on the same themes that have been which has been used in other movies. I think that while I love to see something new, I don't have a problem with seeing something that is just a new version of something old. However, that has to be a good version. And this isn't a very good version. I was thinking that if you want the typical religious horror movie, there are a lot of better choices there, and if you want a non-logical horror movie, you could see 23, which is a lot better. So I had basically given up on the movie until I got to the very end, and I won't spoil it, but oh dear, that ending is amazing. I really, really, really love the ending, and if you're going for a 1 to 5 on movies, it would have been a 2 before the ending, but the movie definitely jumped up to a 3 or a 4 after it, because the ending really made the rest of the movie stand out. And yeah, now I think that A great ending is really an enormous boon to this movie, but it can't excuse how boring the first part is. So, I would say that I'm not disappointed by the movie. I got it fairly cheap. I think I got my money's worth, and I will probably watch it again. I know, it's a decent movie. But if they had made the entire movie the way the ending is made, it would have been amazing. So, yeah. So, I never remember actors' names, therefore I have a little note for myself here. The actors are Timothy Gibbs, who plays Joseph. We have Michael Landis, something like that, as Samuel, who is Joseph's crippled brother, who is also a priest. We have Wendy Glenn as Sadie, who is Joseph's sort of love interest from the support group. We have other characters. For minor characters are Dennis Rafter, Louise Soler, Brandon Price, Lolo Herrero, Montserrat Alcovero, Benjamin Cook, Solon Jimenez, Jay LaRosse og Emil Autumn. So, yeah, like I said, I am not really generally not when I watch movies, the actors just melt away. I only see the characters. Therefore, people can ask me, what actors played in that movie? And I say, yeah. So unless it's one of my favorite actors, I generally don't remember it, which might be a little bit strange, but I get so engrossed in the action, and I don't see that actor anymore, I see the character. And yeah, I think that's a great way to be when it comes to getting involved in the story on screen, but it gets a little bothersome when you are trying to talk about the movie. Yeah, it also says it's from the director of Saw 2, 3, and 5. So yeah, and there was a point I wanted to mention about that. This movie is not splatting. So if you pick this up and see it's from the director of Saw and you think, oh, it's gonna be blood and gore, then you will probably be very disappointed, because there are absolutely no blood and gore here. We have a few deaths, but all of them are sort of off camera, and when you have a body, you sort of just have someone there and you have a little bit of blood on the floor. You have one or two people that get shot, but you just see some blood down their clothes. There are no gore here. And I really like that. I think that there's far too much horror movies lately that are just made to just throw in the blood, instead of making a good story. So, I like that what they have done without too much gore. But then I have a problem with gore, but it's nice to see a story that is about storytelling and not about the special effects. But yeah. So, that is all I wanted to say about movie 11. Oh yeah, one more thing, which was a bit fun. When I had finished watching the movie and I looked down, and my movie finished exactly at 11:11. So yeah, no, I don't think that means anything, but it was very fun and it did add to the experience of watching the movie. So yeah, have a great day. Bye!